use different types of transport today, and when we talk about renewability and transport, we often talk about the fuel. But what about the vehicles we're driving? Orlando Rojas is a professor of bio-based materials at Aalto University in Helsinki, Finland. If anyone can give me a quick lesson in transport renewability, he's the man. Oh, here he is.
Hi, Christine.
Hi, Orlando. Good to see you.
So sorry I'm late.
Ah, no problem.
It has been a terrible weather, but anyway, I enjoy riding this bike.
This is a fantastic looking wooden bike. How is it to ride a wooden bike?
I love it, especially because it's almost fully renewable in terms of the materials of construction, so I really love it.
So when it comes to bikes then, okay, they don't burn fuel, but if we take this one over here, I mean, let's look at the bikes. You've got the metal, you've got the rubber, and you've got the chain as well. So how renewable can they get?
Yeah, not too different than cars as far as how they are now, but there are a lot of advances making new bikes with new materials. The frame, for instance, the modern bikes use carbon fibers, and usually they come from petroleum sources, but those carbon fibers can be replaced with lignin-based carbon fibers that are being produced. If you think about other things, like even the helmets that you use when biking, this is a material that can be made from wood products.
And is it safe? Safety is a big issue.
Absolutely, of course. It has passed all the standards, yeah.
So a wooden chain, wouldn't it break easily?
Wood materials are even stronger than steel or Kevlar or other materials, actually. But there are some performance standards that need to be met with wood.
What about the bell? Can we make this out of wood?
Yeah, you know, noise comes from vibration, and there are some piezoelectric materials that you can make out of nanocellulose that have some related properties at least.
A bike's renewability today differs between models. There are clearly some ambitious manufacturers who've come a long way. A few more details remain, but we're nearly there. In the future, we will be. So Orlando, this is my car. Here we go. I have an idea, but tell me how renewable it is.
Pretty much it's non-renewable. It's 0% renewable for the most part. Of course, there are some interior parts that are made from renewable materials. Well, you see around in the floor, mats, they can be produced from fibers, renewable fibers. And then the panels can be composite materials that may include, for instance, carbon fibers.
There have been wooden cars before though, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Wooden cars have been around for a long time, but their performance has been a bit unstable. Nowadays, we've come further. The Splinter car, for example, is a sports car with a wooden body. Even the wheels are made out of wood. Open the hood. What is possible? Not a lot, maybe.
Yeah, there are a lot of metals, and for instance, in the radiator, there are some chemicals that can help to work as an anti-icing agent, and that can be wood-derived. Or in the battery, you can use some lignins that will help in the performance and the life of the battery as well. So these are two examples.
So, Orlando, in terms of my car, is there anything else we should speak about?
What about the wheel? Let's take it off.
So the wheel is off. What can you tell me about how we can make the wheel more renewable?
Well, there is an additive that is commonly used, and it's carbon black. It's used for roll resistance, and this is pretty much to reduce drag effects. And that can play a big role in energy efficiency as far as dissipation of energy. And carbon black is being researched for replacement with nanocellulose materials.
What's the possibility that we can have a 100% renewable car in the future?
Nowadays it's not yet the case, but the hope is in the future.
Almost every car on our streets today is pretty much 0% renewable, but we can do a lot better. We can easily change interiors and details. Even the body of the car can come from renewable resources. But we do have a major challenge in replacing the heavy parts like the engine. Will we have a 100% renewable car in the future? Well, it's theoretically possible, but only the future will tell. So what else can we find in here to talk about?
Okay, what about that camera? It looks like we're having watch.
I guess we are being watched, and
I bet you we can find renewables inside there. Do you want to try?
okay.
This is the first time I dismantle a camera.
Okay.
But there is a lot of activity in the field of flexible electronics, and if you look at this type of glass, transparent materials can be produced from nanocellulose with very high transparency.
The circuit board, though, surely.
That too, yeah. So there are resins that are based on soy, for instance, that can be used. And
Using wood-based products as the shell, we can actually kind of send pictures, have electronic devices encased in wood-based material.
right, using paper, films or nanopaper derived from forest products that can integrate electronics, and in that way we can have incorporated batteries, antennas, transmitters. So that's a possibility that is actually in use nowadays.
Have you ever heard of a wooden camera? Probably not. They don't exist. But we can do a lot here to make them more renewable. Maybe we can't change the entire circuit board, but a lot of it can come from wood. There are also issues with the lenses, so we're still a little bit away from monitoring ourselves completely renewably. Research is happening and the desire is there.
Absolutely. So do you want to maybe have some coffee? I can race with you.
You're challenging me to a race?
Absolutely.
Your bike, my car?
Yes.
You're on, no problem.
Right.
I'll see you down there. Give
See
you a
you.
head start.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ah. Renew This was presented by Stora Enso, the renewable materials company.